Hey guys, welcome to video 2 of Dragon's War, the tutorial. Previously, I just mentioned that the riff part is perhaps the shortest part of the entire song. Now we're getting to the note riff part, which sounds a bit like this. Alright, so that riff part that I just finished doing, that's the part that kind of builds up to the solo, and then it just explodes out into the solo itself. So, let's see. If you go up to your 7th fret, I had to think about that one for a second. If you go up to your 7th fret, and your first finger should go down on your 3rd string down. And keep in mind, if you're in a drop D, full drop D, then you should be playing on the C string. Okay? That's the starting note. So here it is slow. That might have been a little bit fast. I'll slow it down even more. So, little places in there, in the actual music video of Dragon's War, I put in some finger taps. You probably noticed that. I put in some finger taps in there. That was just kind of for fun. I didn't, that isn't the actual part of the song, I just threw that in there for fun. And it isn't mandatory to learn, but I'll show you how to do it anyway, just in case you happen to like it and want to learn how to do it. Once again, same notes. Only difference is this hand stays put. This hand over here goes up to your 12th fret, and on that same string. So on the C string, you're on the same string as these two fingers over here. The first finger and the 3rd finger on your left hand are the ones that do most of the work in with this solo. So here it is fast. And regular speed, or a little bit slower. again, that isn't mandatory. That isn't part of the song, and you can add that in there if you want. If you don't want to, that's okay. So, now comes the part of the actual solo. This might be a little bit challenging, and I can't play it like insanely slow, otherwise I miss the beat, I put in wrong notes, and then you don't learn it properly. So I will have to keep it at a fairly constant speed. Hopefully that works okay. Here it is, the solo part. I'll try and slow it down. Alright, so that's the solo. We're in the solo part now. Okay. So after that part, you probably noticed that I went up past the 12th fret, probably to the 14th, and that may be a little bit tricky, but I'm sure you'll figure it out. There is really no wrong way to play this song. Silly cat. There's no wrong way to play this. It doesn't really matter to me if you're gonna play this. It doesn't matter to me how you play it with your notes, or even if you're only using like a 5-string guitar, one of your strings snaps off and you're only using a 5-string. It doesn't really matter how you play it. It just matters that all the notes are correct. Okay, if you're adding in like a little triplet in areas, or finger taps elsewhere, that's okay. But if you're doing a completely different version of what's being shown here, then you're not playing Dragon's War, you're writing your own song. Okay? So, I'll speed up the riff a little bit, or the solo rather. Should sound a little bit like this. So that's the main solo part. The next part is a little bit trickier. It uses the rest of your strings. Not really the low one, just the five strings before the very bottom. That's in the second part, and what I just played is just played on your top 2 strings. And that's all for this video, but video 3 will show you the rest of the riffs.